From the KATC Weatherland, here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, we've gone from about 2 months of dry, hot weather and getting into a little bit of a drought to the next several days, getting wetter and wetter. And there will be the threat of some localized heavy rainfall that could potentially produce some flooding nearby at the very least. Southwest Louisiana, southeast Texas. More on that in just a bit. We're watching this tropical disturbance out in the Gulf of Mexico. Hasn't done much, hasn't got better organized. That's the good news. We had an old frontal boundary across the area that's been draped in the region, and that eventually washed out, and that's allowed for that tropical moisture to come on northward and gave us a good soaking across portions of Acadiana today, and tomorrow we'll probably do it all over again. Things quieting down on the radar wise, still some action up toward western Louisiana, but power Doppler 3 indicating quiet conditions across most of Acadiana. Some light fog out there with that moisture on the ground trying to evaporate and getting into a cooler atmosphere. Our ground temperatures have really warmed up over the last several weeks, so the ground is cooling off, and that's why you see the steam coming up off the ground late this afternoon, early this evening. So our low pressure system somewhere down here, it's hard to pick out, but we do think it's probably closer to right here. This still has a low end chance of becoming a depression prior to making landfall as it heads into Texas sometime tomorrow or tomorrow night. It hasn't been moving a whole lot, but again, as we've been saying all along, it's primarily going to be a heavy rainmaker for portions of southeast Texas, Texas coast, and then perhaps into southwest Louisiana. More on that in just a bit. Elsewhere in the tropics, our tropical wave over here is getting a little bit lowered on its chance of development because it's going to be moving into a more hostile atmosphere. We'll keep an eye on that wave. Got to keep an eye on all waves, especially as you get closer to August and September. And then we have our potential tropical cyclone number 2 that is right by land. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's showing better outflow. So as soon as it gets over open waters, it will develop into a tropical storm. Could become a hurricane. Hurricane watch is posted for portions of Nicaragua and also Costa Rica. And then the system could get into the Pacific. If so, it would get a different name. So as we look at the big picture, we see rain and storms bucking into southwest Louisiana. This is going to be the area to watch over the next 48 hours. Temperatures get up into the upper 80s tomorrow, but scattered tropical showers and thunder showers once again. Some locally heavy downpours. Might see a few funnel clouds, few water spouts offshore. This is the type of pattern that you see that. And then going into Friday, more widespread showers and storms earlier in the day. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. And then we could see some training of some cells across the coastal areas, so we'll have to be on the lookout for that. And Saturday, more heavy rainfall possible, so I've upped the rain chances for Saturday as well. So how much rain are we going to see? Well, the graph model showing the rain accumulating big time along the coast. Most of us, not a whole lot, couple of inches, but could see upwards of 3 to 5 inches or more. And the HER model also backing the graph model up. And this only goes through 7 o'clock Friday, but southwest Louisiana, look at this upper Texas coast. I'm trying to drag this and it's not going to work. The hand tracker is acting a little skittish, but you can see heavier rainfall. Once you get into that pink, you're pushing 10 inches of rain. So when the models are both going for the same thing, you got to be on the lookout for a potential weather event as we head toward Friday and into the weekend. Quiet overnight tonight, a little light fog, maybe a few storms near the coast tomorrow. It's going to be a kind of a repeat of today. Tropical showers and thunderstorms, maybe a little sun mid-morning, but most likely action into the afternoon with some locally heavy downpours, inch or two possible in a few spots. But most of us don't have to worry about flooding for now. But we're going to say locally heavy rains possible into Saturday. Rain chances up to 80% Friday, 70% Saturday. Then we'll tone them down a little bit by the 4th. But again, still the risk of scattered storms carrying into much of next week. That's it for weather for now. We'll be right back right after this.